Have you ever noticed someone who looks perfectly calm? No anger, no panic, no reaction. But something about them feels heavy, almost like they're holding an entire ocean inside. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Sometimes the calmest person in the room is the one struggling the most. And surprisingly, biology and psychology both explain why. We usually think calmness means emotional strength, control, stability, maturity. But there's another kind of calm that people rarely talk about. It's called emotional shutdown. Not peace, not healing, just the nervous system trying to survive. When someone goes through too much stress, too much pressure, or emotional pain for a long time, the brain starts making a quiet decision. If feeling hurts, stop feeling. So the person becomes quiet, controlled, even unusually calm. But inside, something very different is happening. When the brain experiences repeated emotional stress, the body's threat system activates. Most people know two responses, fight or flight. But there's a third response many people don't realize exists, freeze. This happens when the brain believes reacting won't change anything. The amygdala, the brain's danger detector, becomes highly sensitive over time. Meanwhile, another part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, starts suppressing emotional reactions. So outwardly, the person looks calm, but biologically, their body may actually be under stress. Higher cortisol levels, emotional numbness, lower dopamine response. In simple terms, their brain has learned to hide the storm, not stop it, hide it. This kind of calm often develops in people who had to become the strong one. Maybe growing up they heard things like, don't cry, be mature, handle it yourself. Others have bigger problems. So the brain adapts. Instead of expressing pain, it stores it. Psychologists sometimes call this functional coping silence. These people still work normally. They talk normally, they take care of responsibilities, but emotionally, something slowly disconnects. That's why the quiet friend who never complains is often the one carrying the most, and the person who says, "I'm fine" the most usually isn't. Here's where things become complicated. Society actually rewards calmness. We praise people who don't react emotionally. We call them strong, stable, reliable. But sometimes we're accidentally rewarding emotional suppression. And the problem is, emotions don't disappear when they're buried. They transform into burnout, anxiety, sudden breakdowns, emotional detachment, or deep loneliness. Because humans aren't designed to feel nothing. We're designed to process emotions, not silence them. There's also a small sign psychologists often notice. People who appear calm but are emotionally overwhelmed show subtle patterns. Long pauses before answering personal questions, avoiding talking about themselves, helping everyone else but never opening up, or smiling without emotional energy behind it. It's a calm that looks stable but feels distant, almost like a part of them quietly switched off just to keep going. So the next time you meet someone who seems calm all the time, don't immediately assume they're okay. Sometimes calmness is strength, but sometimes it's the brain's survival mode. And the people who speak the least about their struggles are often fighting the hardest battles inside. Because not every storm is loud. Some storms learn to stay silent. If you liked this video, subscribe to MindGame for more such psychological facts.